Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students of the third year College of Open College in Najaf, welcome to you to our lecture today, in which we are going to discuss cause and effect. Okay, first of all, let's read what is on in that box. Follow me. Academic work frequently involves demonstrating a link between cause such as a cold winter and an effect such as an increase in illness. Okay, I'd like you to underline a link between cause and an effect. This is very important. Underline a link between cause and an effect. This unit explains two methods of describing the link with the focus either on the cause or on effects. Okay, let's start with the language of cause and effect. Follow this carefully. In the language of cause and effect, a writer may choose to put the emphasis on either cause or on the effect. Okay, I'd like you to underline the word emphasis. Okay, in both cases, it means that cause and effect, in both cases, either a verb or a conjunction can be used to show the link. Okay, this means that when any writer wants to write about something, okay, he or she should focus on either the cause or on the effect, or both of them. Actually, you can write about the cause or the effect, or the cause and the effect. Focus on the causes. Focus on causes with verbs. Okay, what kind of verbs that are used to focus on the cause? Look at these verbs in the middle. Okay, in the middle column: caused, created, a lot, led to, resulted in, produced. Okay, look at all these verbs in the past simple. Okay, the test is not very important. It depends on the test that you are writing your essay or your report with. Okay, look at the example: the heavy rain caused the flood, or the heavy rain created the flood, or the heavy rain led to the flood, the heavy rain resulted in the flood, or the heavy rain produced the flood. All these verbs can be used actually to show the cause. Okay, we can also show the cause with conjunctions. Conjunctions, okay, like because of, like due to, like owing to, like as a result of. Because of the heavy rain, there was a flood. Due to the heavy rain, there was a flood. Owing to the heavy rain, there was a flood. As a result of the heavy rain, there was a flood. For in this case, you can use these conjunctions to show the cause, okay, to focus on the cause. Let's now move to the effects. Focus on the effects. How to show the effects. Okay, follow this carefully. The flood, okay, I'd like you to focus on these expressions in the middle. Okay, they are very important. The flood was caused by the heavy rain. The flood was produced by the heavy rain. The flood resulted from the heavy rain. Note the use of passive. Both these examples are used in passive voice, okay, when we are talking about the effects. Sometimes we can focus on effects with conjunctions. Look at these conjunctions: due to, because of, as a result of. There was a flood due to the heavy rain. There was a flood because of the heavy rain. There was a flood as a result of the heavy rain. I'd like you to make a comparison, okay, between the words that are used with the causes, like this, in the middle column and in the first column. And also, I'd like you to focus on the verbs or the expressions that are used to show or to focus on the effects in the middle column in both tables. Okay, compare the following. Look at these examples to compare between cause and effect. Okay, because children were vaccinated, diseases declined. Because were vaccinated. Here we have what? We have a conjunction and we have a verb to show the cause and effect. Because of the vaccination, because of the vaccination, diseases decline. Here, I want you to compare. Okay, because alone, followed by noun. Because of also followed by noun, and also followed by what? By a verb. As or since, both of them means because of. As children were vaccinated, diseases declined. Owing to or due to means because of. Due to the vaccination, diseases decline. Okay, conjunction plus noun. I'd like you to focus on the words in the bold. Conjunctions are commonly used with specific situations, while verbs tend to be used in general case. This is very important note. I'd like you to focus on this note. Conjunctions used with specific situations, while verbs tend to be used in general cases. This is very important. Look at these two examples. Printing money commonly leads to inflation. Okay, okay. Due to July's hot weather, demand for ice cream increased. Okay, here we have what? We have verb, and here we have what? We have conjunction. Let's move to the other page. Practice A. Let's focus on practice A. Before, match the causes with their likely effects and write the sentences with linking them together. Before we start doing this, I'd like you to put numbers for these causes from number 1 to number 6, and write letters for the effects, okay, from letter A to letter F, and I'd like you to join them in and put them completely in these lines. Okay, I have actually the answer. For example, number 1 with E, with letter E here, with letter E. Number 2, okay, with letter D. Here is letter D. Okay, here is letter D. Okay, and number 3 for letter A. Here is letter A. Okay, and I'll leave the rest for you to do it. Okay, and after that, I'd like you to copy the complete answer. Okay, in these lines. Okay, there are only 5 lines left for these 5 sentences. Let's move to another activity. Practice B. Complete the following sentences with likely effects. Likely effects, yeah, it means that something that you are thinking about. Yeah, it is an open answer. We do not have a model answer for this practice. We have an open answer according to what a student thinks or sees. Okay, for example, I'll do number 1 for you. Increasing the use of the internet for shopping. Okay, for example, leads to an increasing of the small trade businesses. This is an answer from me, but maybe you have another answer that may fit. Okay, may fit this cause. Okay, so these are all causes, and the student should fill it with possibly effects. Okay, let's move to the other activity. Complete these sentences with possible causes. Here we have something opposite to the previous exercise or previous activity. Here we have what? We have causes. Okay, we have effects. Okay, and we want to complete them with causes. For example, the serious motorway accident. Okay, here we have what? We have an effect. We need a cause for it. For example, I need that was caused by the high speed of some drivers. It means that the serious motorway accidents or accident was caused by the high speed of some drivers. Okay, in the war of 1856 to 58, and you have to complete it with any cause that comes to your mind, even if it is an imaginary cause, okay, not real one. Let's move to practice C, another activity. Use the conjunctions or verbs to complete the following. Dear students, okay, you want to fill these conjunctions, okay, or verbs from the first table that we studied, okay. Uh, these first two, okay, this table and that one, okay. We choose some of them of these verbs and conjunctions to complete, okay, to complete it. For example, I'll do the first one. Some British scientists now believe that women live longer than men due to T cells, okay, a vital part, etc., etc. So I'd like you to try to do it, and inshallah I'll give you the possible right answer, inshallah, when we meet in the lecture. In practice D, another activity, in practice D, study the flow chart. This is called a flow chart, okay. Study the flow chart below, which shows some of the possible effects of a higher oil price. Okay, concentrate on the word effects. Okay, here are all our effects of the higher oil price. Complete the paragraph describing this sequence. Okay, look at this. The price of oil raises by 25%. Cost of transport and uh, freight rises, leads to airline profits fall. The oil consumption falls, demands for alternative fuel, and this is the cause, and this is the effect, okay, and this is the cause of the higher price. Okay, here we have causes, okay, and here we have effects, okay. We are asked to write a paragraph about this, linking all these causes and effects together in this paragraph. For example, an increase of 25% in the price of oil would have numerous results. First, it would lead to, okay, مثلا airplane profits fall because of the cost of transport, etc. Here we have effects and cause, as I told you, and to write them in this paragraph. Try to do them, and inshallah I'll give you the feedback in the next lectures on the Google Meet. And exercise B on 114, okay, choose a similar situation in your own subject. يعني you have to think about a subject that leads to causes and effects. We have to choose a subject with causes and effects. Draw a flow chart just like this. This is called a flow chart, okay. Draw a flow chart showing some probable effects. Write the paragraph, describe them, okay. Okay, I've made someone, but inshallah I'm going to show it to you in the lecture on Meet, but I'd like you to try to do one. I'd like to listen to your own ideas about that flowchart, and inshallah when we are going to meet, I'm going to show you maybe the right first one. Okay, that is all for what we have today. Inshallah, next lecture we are going to deal with cohesion. Okay, we are with chapter 3, cohesion. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for listening, and inshallah we are going to meet in the next lecture. Okay, Mr. Al-Maraabi was with you. Have a nice day.